Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Did y'all have y'all breakfast this morning? Did y'all have to skip breakfast, running late a little bit? Had to get you that cup of coffee, wake you on up. How was your morning this morning? How was your routine? Getting up for work, getting up for whatever you're doing, getting up watching social media. People, y'all like the video because y'all getting ready to like this one. Y'all getting ready to love this one. Donald Trump is at it again, trying to frame people. He's trying to frame somebody who's been investigating him, who led his impeachment. But I'm going to let y'all see all this stuff. His cabinet is collapsing around him. They turning on him every day. And the impeachment gets stronger. As the evidence gets stronger, the impeachment gets stronger. And a lot of senators and stuff are flipping away from Donald Trump. They've had enough. So have the American people. We've had enough of Donald Trump. I had enough of him the first day he stepped in there. That was enough for me when he first got in there. The first day. Because I knew what kind of man Donald Trump was from the beginning. Before the world knew. I knew, and a lot more people knew how Donald Trump was. But money buries secrets. But when you attack the money, the secrets, all of a sudden, they're not secret anymore. That's what's happening with Donald Trump. All this fraud and stuff they uncovering Donald Trump's been doing, I told y'all, that's the only reason why he wanted to go to the White House, for a cash cow, for he can fraudulently steal like he did the first time, and not face justice as the president. That's the two reasons why he wanted to get back in the White House. And both of them have walked him down. Donald Trump is on borrowed time in the White House. Everybody see that? The writing's on the wall. They are going after Donald Trump in every direction. Every direction. Professionally, privately, financially, psychologically. They're going after him in every single way. I showed y'all little clips on Donald Trump storming out of court and ain't going his way. Never goes his way in court. Then you see known Pam Bundy Patel sitting there looking like Donald Trump, doing his exact playbook, and they ought to know that that's just like yesterday's news. People know about it already. People already know that's what you're doing. And now that the heat is on, it's time for self-preservation. Save your own ass. But the problem is, you've already done it. There's no saving asses on this one. You can't save your ass on this one. You cannot. So people, I'm going to let y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all listen at this. And let me know what y'all think about this. Mr. Trump and Congress is on that ass.
With another likely criminal investigation of a prominent critic of President Trump. This time it's Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell of California. He faces a Justice Department probe. It was announced on the very same day that lawyers for two other Trump critics were back in court arguing their criminal indictments should be dismissed. Scott McFarland is covering it all for us, as he has for a while now. Scott, good morning.
Hey, Tony, good morning. A Trump administration housing official is making the same type of allegation against Congressman Swalwell that the administration has made against other political critics of the president, questioning whether the California Democrat engaged in fraud in securing a home mortgage in Washington, D.C., and they have formally asked the Department of Justice to investigate it. Swalwell, who served as an impeachment manager against Trump in his first term, denied any wrongdoing, and he blasted the accusations as politically motivated, saying, "The only thing I'm surprised about is that it took him this long to come after me."
Okay, so
quick reminder, y'all, they're already going after Donald Trump for going after his adversaries, his political adversaries. That's a crime. And he's still doing it. Like a dumbass. He's still doing it. When they shutting him down, he's still trying to do it. I'm telling y'all, people, it ain't no end to ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. I'm telling you.
What I am about to tell you is genuinely historic, and I do not use that word lightly because we have covered a lot of unprecedented moments on this channel. But what is happening right now on December 15th, 2025 represents something that we have never seen before in American politics. We have cabinet members resigning and publicly breaking with the president. We have the Attorney General refusing to defend administration actions. We have Republican senators joining Democrats to demand accountability. We have House Democrats filing a discharge petition to force an impeachment vote. And we have unsealed court documents, the Boasberg corruption files, that show Trump personally ordering his administration to defy a federal judge. This is not speculation anymore. This is not allegation. This is documented evidence. Trump's own emails telling him.
Y'all hear that? Trump's own email. He emailed people telling them to defy the judges. What defense could he have, people? What defense could he have in court for doing that? Name one. Donald Trump is going down, and he's going down for everything he's done. Everything illegally he's done since he's been back in the White House, even before. That's why y'all hear him sometimes calling him the former president, because when he did some of this stuff, he was the former president. And that's the reason why they keep saying that, because he has no immunity. They already said he ain't got no immunity as the president. So you know he ain't have no immunity when he was not the president. So Mr. Trump, bon voyage. Because you headed on a ship that's going somewhere that don't have too much water. But it's a hole.
His people to ignore the judge and deport migrants anyway. And now his own cabinet is turning against him. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, one of Trump's most loyal allies, has resigned. Her resignation letter says she cannot defend unlawful orders consistent with her oath of office. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who has been Trump's attack dog at the DOJ, is publicly refusing to defend the administration's actions. She is echoing her own military brief that said the armed forces will not follow illegal commands. Trump's inner circle is collapsing. The people he trusted most are abandoning him, and Congress is moving to impeach, with momentum that did not exist even a week ago. But before...
And that's a fact, people. What he said is 100% right. When they have cases against you like that, it goes in the progressive stage. And that's his impeachment is moving stronger week by week. Week by week, it gets stronger and stronger because he's helping them. He's still breaking the law. Still. But all this stuff catching up with Donald Trump. All of it. It ain't catching up. It's caught up. It ain't catching up, people. It's caught up.
Prosecuted, but this is the same type of allegation the administration has made against another impeachment manager, that man, Senator Adam Schiff of California, who's currently under investigation, as well as New York Attorney General Letitia James, who was charged last month and had previously sued Trump for fraud, argued to get their cases dismissed Thursday. They say the prosecutor who secured each of their indictments was not lawfully appointed. That prosecutor is former White House aide Lindsay Halligan. She was given the role after the U.S. attorney in Virginia declined to move ahead with the cases against Comey and James and was ousted. The judge said she'll make a ruling on whether to dismiss those cases by Thanksgiving.
Let me walk you through what happened, because the sequence of events over the past few days is absolutely stunning. Judge Boasberg, who has been holding Trump accountable over the Venezuelan deportation defiance, unsealed documents on December 15th that the administration desperately wanted to keep hidden. These documents include emails and communications showing exactly how the decision to defy the court order was made. And at the center of those documents is an email from Trump himself. The email, dated April 2025, says explicitly to ignore the judge and deport now.
Wow.
That is a direct order from the President of the United States telling his subordinates to violate a federal court order. That is not ambiguous. That is not subject to interpretation. That is Trump, in his own words, ordering contempt of court. And now that email is public. Now everyone can see it. Now it is part of the congressional record. And it is being added to the impeachment articles as proof of Trump's unfitness for office.
Y'all hear that? That's what I'm saying. Is always something every day with him. They're adding this to the article of impeachment. Open and shut, people. Open and shut. They just need enough. 213, I think, to impeach him. I think they 60 something away now, probably even 30 something now. I believe the impeachment is going down. I definitely believe it's going down because I told y'all last video, if Donald Trump is impeached after you're the president, you're just an ordinary citizen. And that's why people, they are trying to impeach him. And this has the most successful chance. And he's helping them every day. All the stuff Donald Trump has done in the last 5-6 years, coming back to home. Big time. Big time. Just like I knew it would. Come back to home big time, people. And this ain't the beginning. This ain't the end of it. This just really the beginning for the whole Trump clan.
The H-Reson 353 articles of impeachment, and which were filed months ago, are being expanded to include this new evidence.
See?
Contempt of court is now explicitly listed as grounds for removal. And the case for impeachment just got a lot stronger.
Yep.
Cabinet defections are what really signal that the end may be near for Trump's presidency. Kristi Noem was not some marginal figure in the administration. She was the Secretary of Homeland Security, one of the most powerful positions in the executive branch. She oversaw immigration enforcement. She was responsible for implementing Trump's deportation agenda. She was a true believer, someone who went along with Trump's policies enthusiastically, and now she is gone. Her resignation letter is devastating. She writes that she cannot defend unlawful orders per her oath. She is saying explicitly that what Trump asked her to do was unlawful. She is saying that following those orders would violate her oath of office. That is not a policy disagreement. That is not a personality clash. That is a senior cabinet official saying the president is ordering illegal conduct.
The only problem with that for Kristi Noem is he's been doing that, and she's been complying. That's the only problem. You've already done it. And yes, you're going to suffer consequences. Just because you're getting off the train right before it gets to the station, it does not mean you didn't enjoy the ride. You enjoyed it. But just because you resign, Ms. Noem, that don't get you out. Period. Not going to get you out of no charges because you complied until now. So, arrivederci. Kristi Noem, what did it when she had to go in front of the Senate, in front of the Congress, I mean, and they ripped her a new ass. She was out there in the hallway going off like Trump. I will not be embarrassed. Fool, you already embarrassed. You was embarrassed when you couldn't answer the damn questions. When they had you left or right and asked you questions directly to your face, you trying to deflect like your buddy Donald Trump. Deflection don't work with Congress, fool. They got the answers before they ask you the damn questions. And you sitting there trying to be defiant, sitting there trying to deflect, trying to be abrasive. All that spells guilt. That's all it spells. And they was telling y'all to your face before they filed charges against y'all dumbasses. They was telling you what they had on you. And about you not answering the question, they got their answer. You was compliant. You did all they already knew before they asked you. They were just going to see what your answer was going to be. Was it going to be Trump-like or was it going to be you? Either one is disgusting. So it was going to be one discuss after another. But y'all couldn't even answer. It's an ongoing investigation. You ain't investigating a damn thing. You ain't even investigated how many sugars you had in your coffee. Shut the hell up. They need somebody in the Senate, in the Congress meeting like Funnybone. Funnybone know his limits. I know what I can say in there. And I've been in a lot of important places, people. A lot of them. That's how come I know garbage when I hear and see it. I know garbage. And what we have in the White House, in the Trump administration, is pure garbage.
And she will not be part of it anymore. When your own DHS secretary, the person in charge of your signature policy, resigns saying your orders are unlawful, that is catastrophic. That is the kind of defection that signals the administration is coming apart.
Yeah.
Pam Bondi's break with Trump is equally significant, maybe even more so. Bondi has been Attorney General since Trump returned to office. She has been his enforcer at the DOJ. She has pursued political prosecutions against his enemies. She has defended his actions in court. She has threatened judges on national television. She has been one of his most loyal and aggressive defenders. And now, she is refusing to defend the corruption files. She is not defending Trump's order to ignore Judge Boasberg. She is echoing the language from her own military brief, the one that said military personnel should not follow illegal commands. By drawing that parallel, by invoking the principle that unlawful orders should not be followed, she is essentially saying that Trump's orders were unlawful.
Okay, Miss Bundy, cry me a river. Cry me a damn river. You complied with his unlawful orders all the way up to now, until Congress ripped you a new ass too. You was complying, but when you saw that evidence that it got on you, all of a sudden now you want to abandon ship. Nope, it don't work like that, Miss Bundy and Miss Noam. Bundy has not resigned yet, but it doesn't matter. Noam has. But she's going to find out that ain't going to escape your charges. You might as well resign before you get fired anyway. Might as well. Same thing with you, Pam Bundy, and you, Patel. You might as well resign. You can't hold office in prison. That's for sure. You might as well resign.
The Attorney General of the United States is refusing to defend the president's conduct. That is extraordinary. That has almost never happened in American history.
Okay.
Attorneys General are supposed to be the president's lawyer, defending executive actions in court. When they refuse, when they say they cannot defend what the president did, it means the conduct is indefensible. And that is exactly the message Bondi is sending. Trump's response to these defections has been predictably unhinged. He went on Truth Social and called Noam and Bondi cabinet traitors. He accused them of being part of a deep state coup. He demanded that Congress be impeached instead of him, which is not actually how impeachment works, but Trump has never been constrained by how things actually work. He is lashing out at everyone, at his own appointees, at the judges, at the senators, at anyone who is not defending him unconditionally.
I got a question to ask y'all. How the hell can you impeach Congress? How? Please answer me that. Answer me that in the comments. How can you impeach the Congress? Donald Trump thought he could, because he thought he could go around Congress a long time. And he did, for almost a whole year. But it took him that long to catch up with him. All these charges, they had to get all this stuff, all these ducks in a row, cross all their T's and dot all their I's. And now that they've done that, and everybody is flipping against Donald Trump's stupid ass. People, the day of reckoning is coming for Mr. Trump. It's coming. I told y'all, God don't like ugly. He ain't too crazy about pretty either. But he like his honesty and decency. Trump ain't neither one of them. Neither one. Never will be. So this is why Donald Trump is getting what he's deserving. The high power is tired of looking at these heathens. And he's stepping in. And I'm glad Funny Bone here to see it.
Additionally. But the lashing out is not working anymore. It is not intimidating people into silence.
Nope.
It is not making the problems go away.
Nope.
If anything, it is accelerating the collapse. Every attack on Noem makes her resignation letter look more credible. Every attack on Bondi makes her refusal to defend him look more principled. Every attack on Republican senators makes more of them willing to break ranks. Trump built his political career on the idea that attacking works, that you can bully your way out of any problem. But bullying only works when people are afraid, and people are not afraid anymore. They are seeing the administration fall apart. They are seeing the evidence pile up. They are seeing that defending Trump may not be worth the cost, and they are walking away. All right, so let us really dig into the details of what is happening in Congress, because the discharge petition that Democrats filed on December 15th represents a significant escalation in the impeachment fight. Under normal circumstances, the Speaker of the House controls what comes to the floor for a vote. Republicans control the House, so Republican leadership has been blocking impeachment resolutions from getting votes. They have been tabling them, setting them aside, preventing the full House from ever voting on whether to impeach Trump. The discharge petition is a way around that blockade. If a majority of the House, 218 members, sign a discharge petition, it forces the resolution to the floor for a vote regardless of what leadership wants. Democrats do not have 218 votes on their own. They need some Republicans to sign. And as of December 15th, they have 150 Democrats signed on, plus 5 Republican rebels who have pledged to sign. That is 155 signatures toward the 218 needed. They need 63 more. That is a lot, but it is not impossible, and the momentum is building. The Boasberg files, the cabinet defections, the mounting evidence. Every day brings new developments that make it harder for Republicans to defend Trump. Every day brings new pressure on wavering members to sign the petition. The 5 Republican rebels who have already pledged to sign deserve attention because they represent the vanguard of potential GOP defection. These are members who have looked at the evidence, the corruption files, the cabinet resignations, the pattern of lawlessness, and concluded that they cannot continue defending Trump. They are...
The significance of that, they only need 63 more Republicans to jump ship. And let me remind you, they have 10 to 15 jumping every single week, sometimes more. And now that all this stuff is getting out daily about Donald Trump, it's only a matter of time, people, before they get those 63 people. And it ain't gonna be no long time either. It's not gonna be long. So, people, Donald Trump is a thread away from disaster, and I can't wait to see it. Normally you hate to hear about disasters, but this disaster I'm gonna want to see, because this is gonna be a disaster, people, in more ways than 10. So I saw this story, people. I reached out and I talked to my assistant this morning, and I told her I was gonna do a video. I gave her the blueprints of what I was going to be talking about, so she didn't know a couple of things, a couple of news developments. That's the reason why she watches Funny Bone, because what she missed, I'm going to cover anyway. So you ain't going to miss it too long. So people, y'all hit the thumbs up on this one. Subscribe if you have not. Get us to 5,000. We getting there, people. Just don't forget to hit the thumbs up when you watch the video. Don't forget to subscribe, because Funny Bone got plenty more, and I'm gonna bring it to you in more ways than one. So like I said, people, I saw this. Y'all have a rest of a good morning. I hope y'all day work out just fine, smooth sailing. When you get off work, if you missed the live, you still watch it, still hit the thumbs up, still hit the subscribe if you have not. But when you subscribe, go back and look at my playlist. Get familiar with Funny Bone, because it's going to change more and more every day. So Funny Bone saw this. Funny Bone love y'all. Funny Bone catch y'all on the next one.